Om Shanti. SpARC audiobook Amritvela, a practical guide to powerful Amritvela. Part 1. Bap Dada says, on the basis of just 1 second's experience during Amritvela, it is possible for you to be the embodiment of experience and to have all attainments for the entire day and night that follows. The main thing is remembrance. Only by having yoga you will receive power. Only by having remembrance will there be a lot of happiness and health. I guarantee that if you remember me, your sins of many births will be burnt away in the fire of yoga. Just as when you put old gold onto a fire, the alloy is removed and only the real gold remains. So this is the fire of yoga. When you become strong in the knowledge and yoga, you will become firm and solid. You should remember such a father a great deal. The father now says, remember me alone and do not do anything else. Baba says, I am your obedient servant. Why do you bow your head in front of me? It requires effort to consider yourself to be a soul and to continue to remember the Father. Here you have to become bodiless. While doing everything, consider yourself to be a soul. How can a soul receive strength without having remembrance? How can his battery become full? Dharma is might. Only when a soul remains stable in his original dharma can he receive strength. Then, in your next birth, you will receive shining new bodies. When you souls become pure, you will receive pure bodies. Only by having the pilgrimage of remembrance do you become Sato Pradhan from Tamo Pradhan. Consider yourself to be a soul and remember the Father. You have been making effort every cycle to have real yoga in order to accumulate real power. I, the soul, leave one body and take another. I, the soul, work through this body. These are my organs. We are all actors, playing our parts. This is a huge play in this unlimited drama. All the actors in this drama are number-wise. Baba says, sweet children, you now have to remain in silence. It is only at this confluence age that Baba teaches you this Raj Yoga. Part 1. Amritvela Introduction. A time of special sustenance from God. 1. What is the purpose and benefit of Amritvela? Every day at the invaluable time of the early morning hours of nectar, Bap Dada celebrates the meeting with all the spiritual roses, and he sustains them with spiritual love and power. Amritvela is the time of special sustenance from God. Amritvela is the special time of meeting the Supreme Soul. It is the time for spiritual conversation. Amritvela, the time when one can easily attain blessings from the treasure store, blessings of the innocent Lord, the praise of attaining all fruits that the mind desires from the innocent Lord, originates from the praise of Amritvela at this time. This is the time when without effort one can attain the limitless treasures from the open treasure store. You know of this auspicious time through experience, do you not? Only the experienced know of its elevated happiness and elevated attainments. 2. What is Amritvela and why is it so powerful? Amritvela literally means the early morning hours of nectar. Amrit is nectar, Vela is early morning hours. Amritvela is the most auspicious time of the day, set aside by God Himself, especially to meet with His children and fill them with all powers, blessings, and easy attainment. In the early morning, the atmosphere is the most pure because many souls are asleep and the usual thoughts and actions of millions of people are merged. This means there is a physique, space to enjoy deep solitude, think more clearly, and connect more deeply with God. When is Amritvela? Amritvela is between 2 and 5 am. Most Rajyogis sit for Amritvela meditation at 4 to 4:45 am, although a handful of souls get up as early as 12:30 am to begin their Amritvela at 2 am. The exact time is less important than the pure intention to wake up early, before the business of the day begins, and connect with God. By doing this, you can receive fortune, blessings, power, and inspiration for the benefit of creating a sustainable habit. It's ideal to wake up at the same time each day so you get into a routine that serves your highest good and is easy to sustain. When you become accustomed to getting up at the same time each day, it becomes easy to do it through the force of habit. Note: if you are unable to wake up at 4 or before, then start practicing this when you can get up, and then gradually start waking up earlier until you are waking up at 4 or before. 3. How to use this guide. This guide is based on Bap Dada's guidance and inspirations for Amritvela from the Murlis. It also includes some practical experience and advice from Brahmins in the Madhuban Amritvela group who have practiced Amritvela for many years and have figured a few things out to make it easier and more enjoyable. This guide includes many Murli quotes like this. Each day during the early morning hours of nectar, Baba gives blessings. If every day you continue to take these blessings, then weaknesses can never come. However, the soul has to be worthy to claim these blessings. It's simply by having love for Baba that the soul becomes worthy. For best results, first point, study it carefully and start practicing right away. Don't worry about doing Amritvela perfectly. Just keep practicing and refine the process as you go. Each moment of yoga and practice gives multi-million-fold blessings. Each time you do it imperfectly, you will get closer to being perfect. Practice makes perfect. Be light and open to newness. Second point, start practicing each practice for just 2 to 5 minutes to begin with. Then increase the time to up to 15 minutes per practice or as time follows. There is no need to overextend yourself. Start small and keep growing. Often, short practices are easier to manage than longer ones. So start small and grow. Third point, follow your joy. If you especially enjoy a certain practice more, then do that one more than the others. The main thing is to enjoy yourself and experience benefit. Fourth point, you can also do these practices at other times of the day. The more you enjoy remembrance, the better. Fifth point, practical tips. This guide also includes practical tips that allow you to make Amritvela as easy and successful as possible. By applying these easy tips, you will have a better experience with less effort. Sixth point, make this practice your own. Learn how it works and then make these practices belong to you. Personally, so you don't feel they are someone else's practice, but this belongs to me. God belongs to me. Powerful yoga belongs to me. Keep focusing on the main thing, feeling charged and receiving love and light from God. Seventh point, don't be disheartened if you have a bad day or miss a day. Just get back on the program right away. Past is past. Now move forward with enthusiasm and joy. Eighth point, important. As mentioned before, if you can't wake up at 4 am, then do this practice when you do wake up. Don't let it stop you having yoga. Just keep moving forward. Success is yours. In time, as you do this, you will be able to get up earlier. For now, keep up the good work and enjoy. 4. The power of purposeful practice for long-lasting success at Amritvela and in life. Before we jump into the Amritvela practices, let's learn a little bit about how to get the most out of any practice. This is the secret to success in life. Read this short section very carefully and take it to heart. By applying these insights, you can save an enormous amount of time, energy, and waste thoughts and achieve far greater success faster and easier. Success Insight 1. Start small and grow in small, consistent steps. One of the biggest mistakes people make when doing something new or difficult is trying to achieve perfection right away. At the first step, we often have completely unreasonable expectation of ourselves or of a practice we are doing, and then when we don't experience the perfect result right away, get disheartened and may even give up. This is a huge problem because if we give up, all is lost. However, if we keep learning and growing, success is assured. The truth is, it's not possible to become an expert or be perfect at a practice right away. New practices take time to master, and progress takes dedication and ongoing practice. Sadly, many souls forget this simple truth and then by having unreasonable expectations, they are led to disheartenment and disillusionment and give up. They think, this must not be for me, or I am no good, or there is something wrong with this practice. It doesn't need to be like that. For example, you may try Amritvela a few times and not have the best experience right away, or feel tired, have waste thoughts, or fall asleep. Then, based on that experience, you may conclude there is something wrong with you or Amritvela doesn't work. Both are not true. Here is the truth. You are a great soul, and Amritvela is a powerful time. The real issue is not you or Amritvela. The real issue is not having patience and not practicing Amritvela accurately. By being too rushed or unreasonable, we throw away the long-term power and profound blessings of Amritvela. There is no need for that. The good news is, if you start to practice the methods in this book consistently and gradually, then over time, you will enjoy many truly remarkable, powerful and magical experiences at Amritvela. By starting small and keeping up the good work, you will claim remarkable blessings of joy, freedom and fortune, and your entire life will become rich. Do you want to do it? Success Insight 2. Not just practice, but purposeful practice. Much research has been done on what creates world-class performance in sports, and we can apply this research directly to our Amritvela and spiritual practices. World-class performance comes by striving for a target just out of reach, but with a vivid awareness of how the gap might be breached. Over time, through constant repetition and deep concentration, the gap will disappear, only for a new target to be created just out of reach once again. Matthew said, bounds. Those who become exceptional at what they do push themselves just beyond their current ability and gradually get better and better until they are masters. Those who are mediocre simply stay in their comfort zone and do what they know. The masters, that is you, don't just stay inside their comfort zone and do the same thing over and over. Instead, when they practice, they do something slightly more difficult than before. Something just a little bit outside their comfort zone, and thereby gain more skill, experience, and ability. Their key to success is to push yourself just a little bit beyond what you are currently capable of doing, and then expand your ability from there. For example, for someone new to Amritvela, getting up at 2 a.m. and doing 3 hours Amritvela without any waste thoughts at all on the first day is not advisable or possible. It's too much too soon. Rather, it would be better to get up at 4 or even 5 if you can't get up at 4, and then do 20 minutes of meditation using some of the methods shared here. That is a success, even if the experience isn't perfect. But even before that, it's worth practicing 30 seconds of remembrance. Connect your intellect to God in the soul world, then 1 minute remembrance, then 2 minutes, then 3 minutes, then 5 minutes. Baba says, start with 1 minute yoga, then increase it from there. If you have already been doing Amritvela for some time, you can start slowly improving your concentration and power each day, adding more love, bliss, and joy to your experience. There is no limit to what's possible. Each of the Amritvela practices mentioned in this book can be done for a couple minutes at a time. Recap on purposeful practice. Do short, small practices and slowly improve and increase the time as you go. Aim to focus fully for that time, even if it's just couple of minutes, and then take a small break. Then focus again. Give yourself love and appreciation for all the little progress you make. You deserve a round of applause. Think about how far you have come and be grateful. Don't just look at how far you have to go. Success Insight 3. Love for God. One of the easiest ways to make Amritvela enjoyable and powerful is simply to have love for God. Each day, during the early morning hours of nectar, Baba gives blessings. If every day you continue to take these blessings, then weaknesses can never come. However, the soul has to be worthy to claim these blessings. It's simply by having love for Baba that the soul becomes worthy. To increase your love for God, remember what God has done for you. What have you now become from what you were? In what ways has He helped you in your life? How wonderful is He! Dwell upon Baba's virtues and benevolence, and you will feel that love and gratitude for Him. It is with deep gratitude in our hearts that our love grows. The more grateful and thankful you feel towards God, the more love you will have for Him, and the more love you will feel from Him. Recap. 1. Purposeful practice means to start small and grow in small consistent steps. 2. The key is to progress. Push yourself just a little bit beyond what you are currently capable of, and then expand your ability from there. The more you have gratitude for God, the more your love for Him will increase. The more you love for God increases, the more you will enjoy Amritvela and feel charged and inspired. 4. Practice makes perfect. Keep practicing and success is yours. Part 2. A mystical evening for a magical morning. 5. Amritvela begins in the evening. The sweet morning meeting with the beloved begins the night before, because the evening directly affects your sleep, your dreams, and how you awaken in the morning. By going to sleep after having cleared the account of the day, you will wake up free and inspired. Here is what Baba says about how to clear the day and get ready for the morning. Talk to Baba honestly before going to sleep at night. If you keep going both the good and the bad news clearly in front of the God, the one who has made you His instrument, then the burden will be removed. the intellect will become empty and the karmic account of the life will become clear. If there is any account that still remains, that is pulling the intellect itself, and this will bring the soul into gross consciousness. Businessmen will always try to clear and settle their business accounts so they can be carefree. If there is any account that is only half settled, it pulls the intellect of the businessman even though he doesn't want it to happen. In the same way, each night the children do not become light by keeping in front of Baba everything that has been done. For every good action you performed, Baba will reserve for you 1,00,000-fold blessings and fortune. If there has been any waste, then by speaking of it, the burden will be removed from the self and Baba will save you, soul, from building up a stock of waste for the future. If there has been sin, then on the basis of truth and honesty, the merciful one will forgive half the punishment and he will clear the path for the future. The weak intellect will be made powerful because this principle is not absorbed, because there is not obedience in this. This then means that the soul misses the extra help and blessings that would be received by an obedient child. Because the soul has not cleared itself in front of Baba, because there is an account, a burden that still remains, this then prevents the soul from being able to experience soul consciousness in the early morning hours of nectar. The outstanding account will not allow there to be lightness and intellect. So how can they be heart-to-heart conversation with Baba? What is it that makes a heart-to-heart conversation enjoyable? It is when the conversation is between equals, loving companions. Become soul conscious and you will be able to fly with Baba. Before going to bed, exchange the news of the entire day with your companion or with the Father. Each day, you should take special intuition and inspiration. By giving Baba the news of the entire day, you will become light. Just as when you go to bed, the dress you put on will be very light, so too, you should always be very light in your intellect. This is the light dress. You should go to bed wearing such a dress. Do not sleep alone. If you sleep alone, then Maya will take a chance. You should remain constantly in his company. If you are alone at night and there may be some fear, but by being in Baba's company, you will be fearless. When you yourself are fearless, then Maya will become afraid of you. Throughout the night, you should use treasure of happiness of Baba's company. At the end of the day, when you go to sleep at night, there is a stage of checking yourself, and together with this, there is also the stage of going beyond sound. You stabilize yourself in the stage beyond sound. You finish one day, then the next day will begin. When someone is fast asleep, it is as though there is nothing of the world remaining. So, your stage at night should be the same as this. There should be no attractions at all. Before you go to sleep, you should create such a stage. The question of dreams is a separate matter. At the end of the cycle, the samskars of the soul will be merged and then later on the same sanskars will emerge again. In the same way, when you finish the day, your sanskara is that of being detached, loving, is it not? If you go to sleep with sanskara of being detached and loving, then the following day you will receive help from this sanskara. So, when you go to sleep at night, you should finish off all the old accounts that are remaining with the fire of yoga and with the powerful stage of consciousness. You should settle all those old accounts. 6. How to clear the day and become light, a practical guide. In the evening, it is important to clear the mind and intellect of the day's activities. Going to sleep with a clean intellect allows for deep rest and makes you an open vessel to receive the powers and love from Baba. Here are some things to do before bed to clear the day and wake up inspired. 1. Keep your chart of success. Fact: whatever you track, what you record and check, improves. Why? Because the more you look at something, the more energy it gets and the more you are motivated to make it better. By keeping track of your yoga and all the good things in your life, you can make consistent progress. Why keep a chart of accumulation? The purpose of the chart is simply to make note of all the things you did during the day that were beneficial to your life and spiritual progress, and the things that harmed it. By doing this, you can get a needed reality check on what is going on and be more inspired to increase the good things and reduce and remove those things that are harmful. The reason keeping a chart can be hard is simply that why don't we like seeing our mistakes, but if we do it, we'll put an end to our mistakes and make our lives great. By doing a chart every day, you will notice patterns. We often do the same successes and mistakes, and this gives you extra motivation to solve problems and move forward. How to keep a chart? Here is an example chart, but you can change it as it suits you. A small notebook will work great for this. You can keep it by your bed, meditation area, or somewhere easy to use. Then create the habit of filling it in every night. Once you create the habit and are serious about your progress, you will find this practice extremely helpful. Example: chart of accumulation. The account of profit and loss. The chart has 3 parts: date, list of profit and loss for the day, total minutes of remembrance. On one side profit, other side loss. Profit: beneficial actions or thoughts. Amritvela, Murli class. Service for others by doing. Exercise for health. Loss column: harmful actions or thoughts. Eating too much, speaking too much, wasting time on cell phone. Second point: write a letter to Baba telling him about your day. Before going to bed, exchange the news of the entire day with your companion or with the Father. Each day, you should take special intuition and inspiration. By giving Baba the news of the entire day, you will become light. After writing your chart of accumulation, you can tell Baba everything on your heart. Baba says to keep nothing from him. Have an open and honest heart so you feel purified. Consider what you did that day that furthered your progress, and what can you do tomorrow to make it even better. Writing a letter can be like a confession made to clear the day and become freed from burden and waste thoughts. Baba says, if you keep both the good and bad news clearly in front of the God, the one who has made you his instrument, then the burden will be removed. The intellect will become empty and the karmic account of life will become clear. Third point. Experience Amritvela before sleep. To help you wake up inspired, write down what you want to do, what you want to experience during Amritvela the next morning. Write it down in the present tense as if it's happening now. Give yourself the opportunity to have a mini Amritvela experience now. Visualize yourself having powerful Amritvela. What do you want to experience from Baba? Example, I feel complete, free and soul conscious. I am close to Baba. I am blissful soul. I am free and full of all powers. I am inspired. I am loved, safe and free. I have attained everything. I am a supremely pure and powerful soul. I feel Baba's divine light and bliss. I am shining all that love and bliss out into the world. Hold that vision and keep it mind and in your heart. When you wake up in the morning, you will already know what it is that you want to receive from Baba. Fourth point. Go to sleep with Baba in Soul World. Now that you have cleared the day and told Baba what is in your heart and the mind, and you know what you want to experience at Amritvela, you can rest your head and drift into the soul world. As you go to sleep at night, let go of the body, let go of the world, release all responsibilities and come back home into the infinite divine light and peace. Baba's love and light surrounds you. You are safe, secure and free. You are a bodiless being of peace. Baba says, when someone is fast asleep, it is as though there is nothing of the world remaining. So your stage at night should be all the same as this. There should be no attractions at all. Following tips can make your experience at Amritvela easier and more enjoyable. 7. Practical tips to make the evening easy and successful. 1. Go to bed as early as possible so you feel awake and alert. Aim for 7 hours of sleep or more if needed. 2. By eating a smaller meal in the evening, you will be able to wake up easier. Try it and see for yourself. If you avoid eating after 6 p.m., it will be easier to wake up. However, if you have a certain health protocol that works for you, then do that. Main thing is to make it as easy to wake up fresh and healthy as possible. 3. What can you eliminate in the evening so you can get to bed earlier and wake up inspired? It's worth removing too. Too much information, books, news or internet stuff if possible, as this will affect your mind, dreams and ability to wake up. 4. Have your shawl and clothes ready to pick up easily as soon as you get out of the bed. So when you wake up, You can easily get ready, have Amritvela. If it's too cold and your warm clothes are in another room or hard to reach, it can be harder to get up. 5. It's a lot easier to wake up and focus on meditation when your home and space is tiny and nothing is pulling your attention. To do this, before bed, tidy your home space, or so you have to reset your space back to its tidy, organized potential. This means putting things away, tidying up anything that's out of place. 6. Where will you sit for Amritvela? For best results, have an Amritvela power zone set up in advance so you can sit down when you are ready and everything is easy. You may find a picture of Shiva and the right lighting makes it easy and enjoyable. It's worth taking some time to create a powerful place that is only used for meditation, as this place will get you in the zone for meditation as soon as you sit there. 7. Consider that if someone can read your chart, they would be inspired. You can create such chart, it inspires others. If your chart is not that inspiring right now, it will be in time, and the changes you make over time will be inspiring. Even if it's not right now, it will be soon. The magic of Amritvela. At the time of the early morning hours of nectar, there are two particular forms that you should adopt: the image of inculcation and the image of experience. These two forms are important because it is essentially in the early morning hours that Bap Dada, as the innocent Lord, fills all the treasure stores of the special children. He adopts the form of a bestower, and in order to celebrate the meeting, he adopts the form of the one who fulfills completely the love of all relationships. He also adopts the form of the one who fills your apron with all the treasures. Bap Dada has received the time of the early morning hours of nectar, especially for the Brahmin children. It is at this time in particular that Bap Dada sees the specialities of each child, and he sees the virtues of their service. At that moment, do you know what Bap Dada sees? By giving special blessings, Bap Dada allows the speciality of each child, their virtues and their service to become imperishable. So this is why Bap Dada has reserved this time especially for the children. On the basis of just 1 second's experience during the early morning hours of nectar, it is possible for you to be the embodiment of experience and to have all attainments for the entire day and night that follows. 8. The magic moment. The first thoughts of the day. Your first thoughts have a direct impact on your entire day. So get this right and the rest will be easy. The first thoughts are the thoughts you think as soon as you wake up. Baba says, as soon as it is the early morning hours of nectar, as soon as your eyes open, in a second take a jump and sit down with Bap Dada. Then because of the companionship, you will experience that all of Baba's treasures are your treasures. Baba, in the form of a friend, is now offering you the throne of all rights, not simply on the basis of knowledge, but on the basis of attainment. Sit on the throne of all rights. As soon as you awaken, sit on the throne, just as those who have the right to the throne, which lasts for only a limited period of time, just as the king who has a right to the throne which only lasts for a limited period of time, and within that short time he is able to do whatever he seeks to at the present moment. There is a golden opportunity for you to claim the unlimited throne. You can very easily claim the consciousness of your golden stage, and it is in this that will also be your elevated stage in the future golden age world. Do you understand that this is the time for easy effort and this is the easy method? As soon as you awaken, the first thing you must do is talk to the Father with great sweetness. Each day and Amritvela, you should not think that you have emerged from sleep, but instead you should think that you have incarnated from the land of peace in order to do your work. From the moment you open your eyes, the first transformation should be, I am a soul. I am not this body. This is the first thought of the first second when you awaken. It is on this very first thoughts that the routine of the entire day is based. If there is no transformation in this first thought, then throughout the day you will not be successful in the work of having authority over the self and in the work of being the world benefactor. The power of transformation should be used from the beginning of the day. At the beginning of the world cycle, the divine souls descend from the Brahma element and they come and play their roles. In the same way, the time of the early morning hours of nectar is the beginning period of each day. At this time, when you awaken, your first thought should be, I, the Brahman soul, have come to meet Bap Dada. This very powerful thought will be the basis for elevated thoughts, words, and actions. So the first transformation is in the awareness of who am I. It is transformation in this awareness that forms the foundation for your entire day, and it is upon this that everything else is based. The second transformation is, to whom do I belong? With whom do I have all relationships? From whom do I receive all achievements? So the first transformation is of the body, and there is transformation of the relationship of the body. With this transformation, there is relationship with the Father, and this is the basis for all achievements. This transformation is called easy remembrance or easy yoga. At the beginning of the day, on the basis of transformation, you can be the authority, the ruler. 9. Waking yourself up. A practical guide to staying awake and inspired. Some people say they feel sleepy at Amritvela and fall asleep. This is understandable as it's early, dark, and you have just woken up, so tiredness is likely. However, to avoid or overcome this tiredness, it is important to make some effort to wake your body up so you become fully present and alert. If you don't wake up yourself, you are likely to fall asleep and wake up with a sore neck by falling asleep in a strange position. First, sit up right away. When your alarm goes off, sit up right away in bed. This will help you stay awake. You can also hit snooze on your alarm clock, which is usually for about 5 to 7 minutes and gives you time to enjoy the first powerful thought of the day before getting up and moving about. If you prefer laying down when you first wake up, that's okay too. Just make sure you don't fall asleep. 2. Greet the Father as soon as you wake up. As soon as your eyes open, while still in bed, sit up and say, "Good morning" to Baba. Each day, and Amritvela, you should not think that you have emerged from sleep, but instead you should think that you have incarnated from the land of peace in order to do your work. From the moment you open your eyes, the first transformation should be, "I am a soul. I am not this body." This is the first thought of the first second when you awaken. It is on this very first thoughts that the routine of the entire day is based. I am a soul. I am not this body. This is the first thought of the first second when you awaken. 3. Impress powerful thoughts on your subconscious mind. The first 1 to 5 minutes of the day are most powerful moments of the whole day because during this semi-awake state, the gate to the subconscious mind is open. The subconscious mind is a goal-seeking machine that tries to help us achieve the goals we give it. This means the thoughts you think when you first wake up are fed deep into your subconscious mind, giving commands to your subconscious are effective your whole day and whole life. Really enjoy those first few moments. Imagine Baba's love and light filling you up as soon as you wake up. You can also have the vision of yourself having powerful Amritvela and being a powerful soul. You can remember feeling of being in the stage of Karmatit and focus on your highest self. Enjoy this feeling for a few minutes and then you can get out of bed to get ready for seated Amritvela. 4. Get out of bed and freshen up. After the first few minutes of meditation and powerful thoughts in bed, you can get up out of your bed and freshen up in bathroom. Splash some water on your face, brush your teeth or gargle, mouthwash, etc. Then wake yourself up more with some of the following suggestions. Stay in remembrance of Baba as you do these things. 5. Water and tea. You may enjoy getting some water or tea. Drinking a large glass of warm water is a good way to wake up and clear your body and hydrate. Also, tea can help you stay awake. Some people find coffee or caffeine helps them a needed boost. Ideally, drink plenty of water before tea and coffee so you are hydrated. 6. Exercise. You may want to do some mild exercise or deep breathing if you feel tired, or go for a walk. Sometimes a few Hatha Yoga stretches or spinning around in a circle with hands out can be enough to wake you up. If there is laziness, then walk around so that you become fresh. 7. Get enough light. Most people wake up naturally when the sun comes up because the brain wakes you up and your body when exposed to white light. Amritvela is usually in the darkness, so no natural sunlight is available. To make it as easy as possible for you to wake up, turn on some white lights so you find it easier to stay awake. If you only have red lights or candles, you are more likely to fall asleep. Blue tinted white light, like sunlight, will wake you up better than yellow white light. 8. Choose a seat where you feel alert. If your sitting arrangement is too comfy, Example, laying relaxed on a couch or in bed, you will likely fall asleep. So get a place that is comfy but not too comfy. Brahma Baba used to sit on the floor in half lotus with his back straight until he died at the age of 93. Less comfy is equal to more awakeness. 9. Use a clock or a timer. You can have an alarm clock or phone with a meditation timer with you to keep you focused, alert. You will be doing different practices which last about 7 to 15 minutes each. So having a timer like this can keep you focused. Also, by having a timer, you will be woken up if you fall asleep. Om Shanti.